Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to my Wonder Wednesday video. So I have you in my kitchen because it's nice and warm in here, and I'm looking outside my window at snow coming down, so that's pretty awesome. When you join the video, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if it's snowing by you too. So today I want to talk about self-integrity and how that has to do with everything that you want to accomplish, all of your health goals, all of your body goals. I don't care if you want to get stronger, if you're trying to fight a disease, if you're trying to live forever, if you've got fat loss goals. I don't care what the goals are. Self-integrity is going to be so important. Okay, so I put up there in the description also. It is the difference, and we'll get into it some more, but it's the difference between saying I am a person or I am the person that wants that versus I am that person. Okay, so you're basically claiming an identity in the second example versus the first, which is a little bit more wish-washy, a little bit weaker, and can actually be a sign of resistance as well. So let me give you an example here. I don't smoke. I've never smoked. So if somebody were to offer me, hey Swan, good morning. Yes, it's snowing by you too. If somebody were to offer me a cigarette, it would be very easy. I would say, oh no, thank you. I don't smoke, right? And that would just be kind of what falls out of my mouth. And if you're not a smoker, that's probably along the lines of what would fall out of your mouth as well. I'm not a smoker, right? You wouldn't say, oh gosh, thank you, but I'm trying so hard not to smoke. I want it so bad, but I really just shouldn't, right? If you're not a smoker, you don't identify with that. That thing, that cigarette has no power over you, right? So you're just like, no, thank you. I'm not a smoker. No big deal. Move on. You don't even think about it twice. And the goal, I think for you, and certainly for all of my clients and everybody that I speak with, is to have that sort of freedom around food as well. The thing is, food can be an amazing coping skill, so much more adaptive than other things, right? If you're talking about food and gambling and sex and drugs and alcohol and all things like that, food is a better alternative, right? You can still pick yourself up and go about your day if you have been using food to comfort you. So if that's you, if you use food as a comforting mechanism, give yourself a little pat on the back because you could have gone a totally different way. But the other tricky thing about food is it's not something that we can cut out completely, right? So people who are alcoholics, they might go to AA meetings and they have to cut out alcohol altogether. Well, if food is your addiction, or we don't even have to go that far as to say addiction, but if food is your coping mechanism of choice, you can't cut out food altogether, right? We need to eat. So we have to sort of work with those blurred lines, and that's where it can get a little bit tricky. Having an identity in which the food has no power over you and you could just say no thank you and that's it is a big deal. It's not easy to get there, but I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a look ahead into where it can be. So how does this relate to food? My cigarette example. Let's say that you're at work and you're in the break room and somebody's brought in a box of donuts. Let's say Christmas cookies, okay, because it's that time of year. And you've got cookies there, and what most people do, if they say, do you want a cookie? Most people either have it, whether they wanted to or not or whatever, or they'll be like, oh, no, I really shouldn't. Man, I'm on this diet, I want to, but, right? And there's all of this noise around it, right? It's not just, yes, you want the cookie, which is fine. It's okay to have the cookie, or no, thank you, I don't want the cookie. And maybe it's your favorite kind of cookie, and that's okay, but maybe you just don't want it right now, right? Maybe you are gonna have some at the end of the week, I don't know. But if you can remove all of that noise that we have, so many of us have in our heads about the food, then we're not resisting it so much. And it just becomes a lot easier. It becomes a lot less about resisting it and a lot more about just stepping into that identity, okay? Let's use a fitness example. And then I'm going to share with you how you can start to work towards this goal, which is everything, by the way. If you can start to have that intrinsic motivation where you're not worried about what other people are thinking, you're really just worried more about what you think and kind of aligning yourself with your identity, then you're unstoppable. That's it. That's it. You can just do whatever you want. So that's the ultimate goal here. The fitness goal would be if you decide that you're going to work out every day or 4 days a week, I don't care how often it is, but you decide you're going to work out, you don't skip your workout. You might change your workout. You might be traveling, you have to do a different version, or you worked late so you can't do that full version, but you just want to get in a quick 5 minutes or something. But you're somebody that doesn't skip your workouts. You got to stick to your word. You can work out for 60 seconds. The point is, at the end of the day, you have kept your word to yourself. You were like, oh yeah, I'm somebody that doesn't miss my workouts. That's huge for your mindset, because you are going to start to live in accordance with that identity that you've established for yourself. So in the beginning, when I'm working with somebody, I don't care what your workout is. It's not even about the workout. It's about the fact that if you want to be somebody that works out consistently, you decide what that means for you and you stick with it no matter what. And you're flexible with it, and you move it around, and you do something according to your ability and according to your day and what you can really fit in, but you do it nonetheless. And if you're about to go to bed and it's 10:30 at night and you haven't done your workout, you do 10 push-ups and you go to bed, and you still get to say, I'm somebody that doesn't skip my workouts. And that is massive, because we can always work on upgrading the habit. That's no problem. That comes over time. You're going to want that over time, right? It's that internal motivation. You're going to want to upgrade those workouts and stuff. But the point is, you have to be the person that is the one that works out. It's all about that identity, because you are going to try to align those things. Swan says this video has my name all over it. How did you know I need all of this? Mindset has been weak for me. Oh, well then I'm glad you joined me. That's awesome. Yeah, this is really something that everybody needs, because we live in this whole like all or nothing society and mindset all the time, right? And that does nothing for us. It really does nothing for us. So if you're the person that just wants something all the time, you're the person that's resisting the cookies, you're the person that's saying, oh, I should have worked out, but I just didn't, instead of just close your mouth, do 10 push-ups, 10 lunges, or whatever, I promise you, you are going to start to feel differently about yourself. You're going to start to have confidence. The funny thing is, we judge other people this way, right? We judge other people based on their ability to stick to their word. If they say they're going to do something, will they follow through? But we don't really hold ourselves accountable a lot of times. If you say to yourself that you're going to do something, do you stick to your word? So here's also why it's important that you don't commit to some crazy things off the bat, right? Make it something that's sustainable. I'm going to eat a salad today. I don't know. I'm going to drink 1 glass of water if you don't drink any water. Make it something that's doable, because it's not in the thing that you're choosing to do. That's not where the magic is. That's kind of a side thing. The magic is in the fact that you say you're going to do something, and then you do it, and then you feel confident, and then the next day you say you're going to do that and maybe something else as well, and it just snowballs from there. No pun intended with the snow coming down. That's where the magic is, okay? So you have to begin to align yourself with that identity that you want to take on. Who is it that you want to be? Who is it that you're becoming? If it's that you're becoming someone who works out consistently, how can you do a little bit of that right now? Don't go to the gym for an hour if you don't want to, or you don't have the time or whatever. Don't start there. You're just going to end up being sore and angry and throwing yourself off. Start with the 10 squats, and then tomorrow do it again and do something else, whatever. And then guess what? After a week, you're like, I didn't miss any of my workouts this week. Wow. Even if you don't say that literally, your brain is going to be thinking that. And you're going to be on fire. And I don't care that there's less than 20 days left of the year. 20 days left of the year? 20 days left of the year. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You don't have to wait until January 1st, right? And you still get to enjoy all of your favorite foods. And that's the thing about the moderation as well. If those cookies came into your break room and you wanted to say no to it today because it's not something that aligned with your goals. Today you were planning on fueling your body really well, because you know that, I don't know, tomorrow you've got something else where you want to have some more fun foods or some alcohol or something like that, right? Moderation. It's got no hold over you. Just because you say no thank you to the cookies now, it doesn't mean that you don't think that you're going to like the taste of it. They taste good, right? But when you stop resisting it, you don't want it as much. It's like, those cookies taste good, but I can have some in a couple of days. You have it when you want it. And the whole idea is that when you stop resisting it, you're going to want it less, right? The things that we focus on, the things that we try to push away from us so much, those are the things that we're going to get back to us. So food freedom. freedom, body image, all of these things are super important. Yes, nutrition is very important as well. Yes, fitness and all that stuff. I'm obsessed with health and human behavior and cognition and performance and all of those things. But it has to start with the change in the mindset. You have to start to have self-integrity. So tell yourself you're going to do something today that's a little baby step towards your goal. And then here's the key. You have to do it. You have to follow through. Have the discipline required to follow through on the thing that you said you're going to do. I hope that helped. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.